up, all my fight fans? So there's been a lot of talk and a lot of outside the ring talk, outside the octagon talk, whatever have you, about Jorge Masvidal and his return. Well, it turns out that he is ready to come back. He recently did, I guess, like an interview or some kind of little promotion of himself, talking about how he's been pretty much busy with the court cases and busy with outside stuff that he has going on in his own personal life, but he is ready to return. So my question to you guys is, who do you think Jorge Masvidal is going to face first when he comes back? We know Gilbert Burns is already booked. Gilbert Burns had been trying to get in a fight with him for a very long time. I believe pretty much throughout this whole year of 2022, and that he's been wanting to face him, but unfortunately, Gilbert Burns didn't get that fight, and he has a fight with Neil Magny in Brazil. So with that being said, who is Jorge Masvidal going to face next? Well, with that, there's not a whole lot of options really outside of the fact that he could be facing either potential Conor McGregor, in a BMF title fight. There's a speculation with that one that could be a big news, big money fight right there. But with that being said, he cannot face anybody in the welterweight division with the championship on the line, because he's already had 2 title fights. You look at his record already, and it's not the greatest record. Unfortunately, his last win comes over Nate Diaz back in 2019. So but after 2019, he went against Jorge Masvidal. Again, he went against Kamaru Usman in 2020 in July. Then came back and went against Kamaru Usman again in April of 2021, and unfortunately got knocked out. Then came back and goes against Colby Covington in March of this year of 2022. All losses. 1 decision, 1 knockout, and the other one another decision. So, unfortunately for Jorge Masvidal, he doesn't have any title shot ahead of him, outside of the fact that maybe he's a replacement for a title shot. He could be the backup in case, because we know that Leon Edwards and Kamaru Usman are going to be booked for each other in March, quite possibly, for their trilogy fight, with Leon Edwards having to win over Kamaru Usman, being the new champ now. And we know that Leon Edwards and Jorge Masvidal have beef. You remember back in January, I think it was in March of 2019, Jorge Masvidal pretty much gave him that three piece and a soda, in the backstage. Leon Edwards was walking, Jorge Masvidal was doing an interview, and then bam, 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 Leon Edwards pretty much said some stuff. Jorge Masvidal walked up to him, and like I just said, bam, 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 gave him a 3 piece and a soda. So they've been trying to get back at each other. I know Leon Edwards wanted him for a very long time, but then eventually he got that title shot, got that win, and now he's gone to bigger and better things. Jorge Masvidal definitely wants a piece of that now, because, it's a build-up fight. It's a big payday fight for him now. Big title shot, another title shot possibly for him. This could be his 3rd title shot. And also the fact that they have a lot of heat with each other. So, but I don't see that fight coming together anytime soon. I don't see it happening anytime soon, with that being said. Because just the fact that Leon Edwards, and there's other much more deserving fighters out there. Like you said, we got Colby Covington. We got Khamzat Chimaev. We got the winner of possible Gilbert Burns and Neil Magny. So, yeah, there's a lot of other contenders out there. So who else is left? I know there's Vicente Luque. I know there's that Sean Brady. I know there's Bilal Muhammad. There's Khamzat Chimaev, who hasn't 100% have a challenger just yet, but not sure if Khamzat really wants to go down that road. I'm sure he wants to try to get after a number 1 contender, try to fight towards a title. I think that's what he really, really wants. So my money would definitely have to be either that Conor McGregor sweepstakes, which could be happening in the summertime, BMF title status on the line, could be a big payday, could be a big money fight for both those guys. Or I'm thinking about that possible call out that Jorge Masvidal had recently just got from Michael Chandler. Michael Chandler had recently said that he would like a shot at that BMF title. And, I could see Jorge Masvidal doing that. Why? Because it's not a whole bunch of risk. Michael Chandler is a much more smaller, compact opponent, and he is fighting at a lower weight class. So, this could be a relatively easier fight for him to take on, due to the fact that, he does need a win, and he does need a high spectacle, I guess you could say, a high profile fight, I should say, a much more higher profile fight. That's the only 2 fights I can see, is him with Conor and him with Michael Chandler. Outside of that, I really don't see a whole lot else. I could be thinking maybe Kevin Holland. That could be another fun one right there. Kevin Holland and Stephen Thompson are going to be fighting with each other, so that could be a potential one right there. Like I just mentioned, we got Vicente Luque, you got Neil Magny, you got Michael Chiesa. So there's a few other names in the welterweight class that Jorge Masvidal could go against, but just depends on what he would like to do himself, because he is a superstar. So I can't really see him fighting outside of the top 5 unless it's a big money fight. So with that being said, let me know what you guys think in the comments on who Jorge Masvidal should be going against next. Let me know in the comments, guys. Like, subscribe, hit that notification button, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video.